Kia koto. Markie here. You might hear the wild storm in the background that's going on outside. So I said, I think, or I hinted here and there that there was an exciting announcement coming, and this is it. Okay, so hold on to your hats. So a lot of people. So I'm a psychotherapist and a hypnotherapist. And I've always been interested in doing hypnotherapy for retroactive jealousy, and I have done it. But thus far, I have only been happy to do it face to face, which limits the availability of it, really. And there's a number of reasons why I've only wanted to do it face to face. Hypnotherapy is it's far easier to do face to face. And things like when I do hypnotherapy, I need to connect to people's breathing patterns and things like that, which are much more easy to identify and tune into when you're face to face in the room. And also I can kind of control the environment much more easily, and I prefer that to provide like a safe environment where there's not going to be any interruptions, there's not going to be somebody walking in the room, or there's not going to be alarms or phone messages or anything going off. And I like to, it's important to kind of as well look at various physical cues. So I'm looking at closed eye movements. So when people go into trance, often they go into REM, rapid eye movement, and you can actually see that through the eyelids, and that can be quite useful to be able to observe that. Changes in facial colouring and things like that are all really useful. So that's some of the reasons why I've always been reluctant to do it online. But now we're coming into a different world, really, aren't we? Where there are plagues around that, and I'm actually moving to the stage now where I'm only going to be doing online work. I'm not going to be doing anything face to face, certainly in the near future. That's where I'm moving towards. And also, the people that I work with are all over the world. So I'm in New Zealand, Aotearoa. Most of the people that I work with are in America, and people that aren't in America, the most part aren't in New Zealand. They're in all over the place. They're in the UK, they're in Europe, they're in all the continents, really. So you get South America, Asia, everywhere. Including a few people in New Zealand, but sod's law, they're usually at the other end of the country or on a different island. So online is the way to go. So I've decided it makes sense to do that. The other factor that comes into this is more recently, when I've been doing online work, I've been using a laptop. So generally I use an iPhone for everything, including shooting videos, which is why traditionally this channel has the poor picture quality and shaky camera and all that kind of thing, because the videos I produce are very spontaneous and in the moment. And if I kind of set up a laptop and did everything properly, I'd never do it, really. But I used to do online sessions on the mobile phone as well, which is kind of far from ideal. I'm not. You'll probably gather that I'm not good with technology. But just lately I've had a better setup, and I've been able to do online sessions on the computer, where obviously it's a bigger screen, I can see people better, and hopefully they can see me better. I've also got, which I don't tend to use, but I need to get into the habit of using, is I've got a ring light as well, so I can be better lit, so people kind of see me more. Why people would want to see me more, though, I don't know. That's probably not therapeutic. It's probably better if I'm just in silhouette, really, less traumatic for people. But there we go. But it is important for people to see my facial expressions and things like that, and how I'm reacting and stuff, so they're not misreading that. So I am now going to do hypnotherapy sessions for RJ online, and they're going to be pretty good, actually. So I have a lot of so the thing about hypnotherapy is taking people into a trance state is not the be all and end all. That's not the skill of the hypnotherapist. All hypnotherapists can take people into trance states and take them back out of trance states. That's the basics of what we do. The skill of the hypnotherapist is what you say and how you use that trance state. So I have got a lot of very specific, very highly tailored things that are very unique to RJ presentations that I can use as the suggestions that I offer when people go into trance. Having said that, everybody's different, so the hypnotherapy sessions that I'm going to be offering are going to be 2 hours, okay, and the trance actual hypnotherapy side of that is probably going to be the shorter part of that. The longer part of that is going to be talking to people and finding out about their individual situation, their own triggers, their own mechanisms of their RJ, and go into quite some detail around that, and their own thinking, their self-talk. So that's how it's going to work. So that is going to be available. Let me know. You can, if you're interested in this, you can PM me. You can leave a comment after this message. Best thing is go to the website, which is retract.com. Will all be in links down below in the description box. If they're not there straight away, don't panic. They get there eventually. If you're in a hurry, you can go to one of my older videos and they'll have them, because I've got around to putting them on there already. So a couple of things with the hypnotherapy is very important. Okay, one is, well, first of all, if you want to know more about the principles of hypnotherapy for retroactive jealousy, then you can watch one of my other videos, and again I'll eventually put a link to that on there. But if you go into my contents and you just look up hypnotherapy for RJ, there's a video where I talk about how hypnotherapy can help with RJ and the benefits of it, and also some of the limitations. But essentially, in a nutshell, the limitations of it are, if you do hypnotherapy for retroactive jealousy and nothing else, it's very unlikely that will cure your retroactive jealousy. For some people it would, because there's a small population, a small proportion of the population who are highly suggestible, and one session could completely shift and cure RJ in principle. But the likelihood is that it won't for most people. The likelihood is that it is a tool which will enhance recovery if you already have a recovery program. Okay, so if you haven't got a recovery program, I mean, there are people that offer online recovery programs. I haven't got one in place at the moment, although we have got, there is one on here. There's a series of videos that take you through something like a 35-day recovery program. So that would be a recovery program. So you do that, and that's completely free. That's all online, all on YouTube. Or you could do somebody else's recovery program, or you could develop your own recovery program based on advice and information from videos and other resources and stuff like that. Or you could be in counselling or psychotherapy, ideally with a specialist in RJ, or at the very least a specialist in OCD. So if you're doing that, then hypnotherapy will supercharge your recovery. Okay, if you're not doing anything, it's unlikely that the hypnotherapy will make an appreciable difference. It might give you, it would probably help a bit. What it might do is give you short-term relief, and then over time that would probably start to diminish, and you'd start to slip back into the old patterns, because habits are very ingrained. So the other thing with hypnotherapy is I heartily recommend that you record the session and listen to it over and over and over and over and over and over. So do record that session. So let me know if you want some hypnotherapy. I think that's all I need to say, because everything else that I haven't covered is in the other video on hypnotherapy. And I've got a whole team of people that offer therapy, online psychotherapy and counselling for retroactive jealousy. So that's another resource. If you're not getting regular therapy and you're not working a program, then one thing you could do is contact me, and I could put you in touch with one of my team of specialists who could actually work with you and do some ongoing therapy, and then you could have the hypnotherapy as an adjunct to that. and it will be, much more effective. So I'm hoping that's going to help a lot. Loads of people have been asking me for this for a long time, saying, "Oh, can't you do hypnotherapy online? Can't you do it online?" I said, "No, I don't feel comfortable." But I think the time has come, and my technology has improved. I think it obviously would be better face to face. Would it be better? Probably. I would certainly. I prefer, personal preferences. I prefer to be there, and I prefer to do it face to face. But it doesn't have to be that way. There's still benefits to be had. So if you think that'd be useful, let me know. Get in touch. So thank you for watching. I've got another RJ video coming up very soon, which is going to be on the theme of masses of free resources for RJ recovery, which you haven't seen. Which are freely available, talking about how you can get your paws on those. So wishing you good ongoing recovery, and thank you for watching Rangimarie.